Hello, my name is Chloe, welcome to my channel, and today I am bringing to you the Hannah Montana book tag. So I was tagged in this by the creator of this video, which is Kay from Kay's Infinite Library. She said that she has been rewatching Hannah Montana lately, and I got Disney Plus and have been pretty much binging Hannah Montana. I was such a big fan as a kid. Like, I think I'm the perfect age for it. Hannah Montana was like my go-to after school feel good, like, absolutely loved it. All of the drama with Jake, I like think about regularly. And I have no shame and will listen to Hannah Montana songs if I want a bit of a pick-me-up. So I'm a big Hannah Montana fan and I was really excited to be tagged in this. So thank you so much for tagging me. So I won't natter on for too much longer. I will get down to the questions. So these questions are very good on Hannah Montana, but I found them very hard to pick from my own collection of books and books that I've read. So yeah, I'm not being very original with these picks, I don't think. So the first prompt, I'm going to have to look at my notes for these, is Miley, a book featuring a main character living a double life. So I've gone for potentially a bit of a weird one, just because it's a book I read recently. I recently read Eve of Man by Tom and Giovanna Fletcher. I didn't even love it, like it pushed to 3 stars for me, but I think Bram in this is living pretty much a double life, like the definition of double life. So this whole book is about Eve, who is the first girl to be born in, wasn't it something silly, like 50 years? And there are no girls born after her. So she is humanity's one hope for survival. And she is kept in this tower and given a virtual best friend, Lucy. I want to say Lucy, but I've forgotten. I'm going to stick with Lucy. Who is fully walking, talking, but she is computer generated. Bram is one of the guys who has to go into some sort of bodysuit and act as Lucy and interact with Eve and do all of her like body movements. So Bram is literally living as a 16-year-old girl through a computer, which I think is the definition of a double life. If you've got any really obvious answer to this question that I'm forgetting, then please let me know. I really struggled with this one. So next is Lily, a character that would bring a skateboard to a red carpet event. And I've gone for Rose from the Vampire Academy series. So again, another one I really struggled with. So the prompt for this one is sort of trying to find a character who is girly and tomboyish at the same time, because that is pretty much the definition of Lily. Was it Lily Truscott? I'm pretty sure her last name is Truscott. God, I'm like reliving my super fan Hannah Montana days. So Rose in the Vampire Academy series is a trained Dhampir, so she is a protector of the Moroi, a vampire species. So I can't say too much about both sides of her without spoiling things in the other books. It is a 6-book series, but Rose will fully take on vampires and kill them, and she beats up the guys. I'm pretty sure she's the only, if not one of the only girls in her class, so she will happily beat up the guys and hold her own. But at the same time, we have a little bit of a romance side to this story where all her girliness comes out and she gets a nice dress and some nice jewelry, and that is like a big part of the first book. So Rose has the same sort of personality as Lily. Next we have Oliver, a character with a hidden talent or power. Wow, voice. Again, why did I find this so hard? But I've gone for the book The Diviners by Libba Bray as a whole. So this was our sister's approximately book club pick for July. July. And me and Brittany both didn't like this. We gave it 2.5 stars. But the whole point of the Diviners are a group of people that all have hidden talents. So Evie, the main character in particular, if I need to pick one character for this prompt, she can see people's memories and like thoughts by touching an item that belongs to them, which I think is a pretty cool power. I would love to have that. There's some other ones in there of people who can like slightly see the future and stuff. It was a very confusing book, and I would not be able to list each individual character who is part of the Diviners, not even like just listing who was in it, not what their powers were. It was a little bit confusing, but that does pretty much answer this prompt. So I've been really lazy for this video and I've been sat in my pajamas all day, so I thought I'd just put a cardigan on and look all cozy, but now it's really obvious I'm in my pajamas. I couldn't be bothered to get dressed. I've been working, so just handle it. So next we have Jackson, a sibling relationship where they don't always get along but they have each other's back. And here I can pick another Sisters Approximately Book Club pick. If you have no idea what I'm on about, you should definitely check us out. It is me and Brittany running a book club, basically trying to get through our backlist books. But aside from that, the book I have picked is My Sister the Serial Killer by Oyinkan Braithwaite, which was our August pick. Again, we didn't love this. It's another 2.5 star read, but the characters fit this definition completely. So this is about two sisters, Korede and Ayola. I'm not too sure on the pronunciation of the second name. There were a lot of different ones on Google, so I have tried, but I'm not too sure. And this is Korede is our main character, and her sister has killed all of her boyfriends, and Korede gets involved in cleaning up the bodies and getting rid of them. So, I mean, they don't get along as characters. They have a lot of issues and they don't really like each other. But Korede will clean up a dead body. So I guess that is definitely having her sister's back. Now we have the first book I can actually hold up, and that is for the prompt number 5, which is Robbie Ray, a character with amazing hair and they know it. And I've gone for Jace from City of Bones. I can't remember the exact quote off the top of my head. I couldn't find it. I have tried. But if you have no idea what I'm on about, Jace is a very vain character. I can't think of the word. Like, he absolutely loves himself, but in a funny way. Like, it's kind of endearing. And Jace definitely knows he has good hair and makes comments about it. He knows that, wasn't there something, I might be making this up, if you've read the series, maybe you'll have the same like little memory as I do, where he gets called like bleach blonde and he's like, no, this is real, sort of thing. Jace knows he has good hair. He definitely has good hair in both the TV series and the film adaptation. He has good hair, so we're liking Jace's hair. Now this one I have a great answer for, which is definitely like NSFW, is it? Not safe for work. And that is number 6, Welcome to Rico's, a book following a character with a job that's not always fun. If you've read this book, I don't need to explain. This is The Girl in 6E by A.R. Torr, which follows our main character, Deanna, who is a cam girl. So I don't really think I need to give more than that. This book, and I've read the sequel, Do Not Disturb, they are both based on bad things that happen through her career as a cam girl. But we definitely get a lot of description of the cam girl activities and the job and the, I was gonna say the ins and outs. Yeah, it's not always a fun job. Okay, the next question is Lillian Oliver, your favourite childhood best friends to lovers. And I feel like this is a spoiler. So if you never want a Harry Potter spoiler, then please skip like 30 seconds. I won't talk about it for too long. But I have gone for Ron and Hermione. I've picked up the 7th book. I've just randomly picked up the 7th book. It was the closest one to me. So Ron and Hermione, I actually read the Harry Potters as a much older person. I've only recently finished the series, but I had watched all the films first, so I knew what was going to happen. But reading the books, you could feel like the teenage angst kind of between Ron and Hermione. So when they finally get together, it just makes perfect sense. And I couldn't think of another like best friends to lovers in a sort of kid. I mean, Harry Potter starts off as middle grade, so it's definitely like childhood to teenage lovers. And I can't think of a better one. Next is a really difficult one to answer, and I would love other people's opinions. So it is 1 in a million. Name your favourite friendship trio. The only friendship trio I can even think of right now is Ron, Harry and Hermione. But they're not my favourite because, well, I mean, if they're the only one I know, then they're definitely my favourite. But I think Harry is an awful friend, like awful at some points. So it's definitely not my favourite trio, but I cannot think of another trio. I've thought about it long and hard. The only trios I can think of are like love triangles. Obviously the two people don't love each other. So I don't know. The next question is cheese jerky, which Oh my god, the cheese jerky episode is amazing. Cheese jerky, a book featuring an invention or plan you didn't think would work but does. So I have actually copied Kay's answer here because I don't have another one, and this is the one I thought of before she said her answer in her video, and that is Henry from Clockwork, well, all of them, specifically Clockwork Prince, but the Infernal Devices series. So I won't spoil Henry's inventions, but through the whole of the Infernal Devices series, Henry is like a mad inventor who comes up with some stuff that normally doesn't work, but he makes something that works at the end of this book and is used throughout the whole of the Shadowhunter universe, like forever on after this. Like the best invention you could think of for the Shadowhunters. If you have no idea what I'm talking about and you haven't read Cassandra Clare's books, really don't worry about it. It's not that important. But he's just got a really good invention. And then this is another mention of a book series in this video, but it's, so number 10, The Final Prompt, a series that broke your heart when it ended, but in a good way. And I've gone for Vampire Academy because I just finished that series and oh my god, it hurt my heart. So there are 6 books in this series. I didn't give much information on it earlier, but I'll say now it is about a vampire species called the Moroi, who are protected by the Dhampir, which are a human and vampire combination. And then you have vampires gone rogue, like the evil ones are the Strigoi. So the Strigoi will attack the Moroi and the Dhampirs have to protect the Moroi. That is the whole setup of this world. And as teenagers, they go to Vampire Academy, St. Vladimir's, as you would go to a normal school, and you do your normal school stuff and you learn how to fight bad guys at the same time. So this series, there was so much, like the romance, the drama, the action. I absolutely loved it, and I finished it last month and genuinely cried, and I would like more books, even though that's not going to happen. But it's one of my favourite series at this point. Okay, so now we come on to tagging people, which I didn't think of before I started filming this video. I think Hannah Montana is just like a very, very broad, like I don't know who is going to love Hannah Montana, so really I don't want to tag anybody. I feel like these prompts were very interesting to me because I genuinely do love Hannah Montana. Like I am the perfect age for it. It was such a big part of my childhood. I'm pretty sure I had all of the merch. So I loved it, and I love these questions and I understand these questions. So I'm not going to tag anyone specifically, but if you would like to do this video, please tell me in the comments because I would love to see your answers. Even if you want to drop a few of your answers in the comments just to talk about them, I would love to see that as well. But that is all I'm going to say in this video. So thank you very, very much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.